Hi guys, this is Himanshu from the CMS guys. Today I will teach you how to create a complete blogging website from beginning to end with fascinating design using absolutely free tools and themes in WordPress using Elementor. Our blogging website will be a mobile responsive as well as, which means it is fully optimized for mobile view as well. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and show us your love and support by liking the video. Do not forget to press the bell icon so that you get notification of a new video every week. Also mention in the comment section which website you would like to learn about creating in WordPress using Elementor in next video. Now let me show you the demo of the blogging website we are going to build today, then how to create blogging website in WordPress using Elementor. So here you can see that this is the home page of our blogging website. On the top, on the left, you can see a nav bar and two different links to different pages, and on the right you can see we have a social media icon. At middle we have our logo and then in the section, next section, you can see that we have a blog post having with different section category wise, and each section has an image on the left and title, description, date, post on the right. When we will go to the end of this page, you will find this pagination which is used to move to the next page. And then next to the blog post on the right we have about me section. The section has profile image, title, description and social media icons with link. Moving forward, we have a recent post section. Here you can see we listed recent post. Every post has an image, title and description. Then next we have a newsletter section. It has title, description and email box with submit button and checkbox. Following it, we have a beautiful calendar over here. Finally, we have the footer which contains a logo on the left and links to different pages on the right. As I told you, the blogging website is completely mobile friendly. So let me show you the mobile view so you can see that our website is completely optimized for mobile view and our blogging website is mobile friendly. Next, we have a food, lifestyle, holiday pages. Each page, let me open a page, and here you can see that each page in the navigation bar is with links to different pages. On left we have a blog post, and on the right side we have that about me section and then recent post, everything. In this category, each category page, you can see that on the right side we have the same about me section with the profile image, title, description, social media icons with links to links, and then we have this newsletter which is having a email box with submit button and checkbox, and then again we have that calendar. Now let us move to the contact us page. You can see again in this contact us page we have a contact form with submit button in middle of the page. Then we have about me section on with profile image, title, description and social media icon. Next we have a recent post which has recent images, title and description, and then again we have that newsletter section and a calendar. At the end we have a beautiful footer. Now that you have seen what our target website will look like, let's dive into creating it. Guys, do watch the complete video so that you don't miss any important points. Please ask any queries you have in the comment section below and leave a thumbs up if you like the video. Do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you get notified about the new video every week. Also let us know which website you would like to learn next. Let's start creating our website. So at first we need a domain and hosting to set up the website. So for that we have to go this website, thecmsguys.com/namecheap. So we are on the Namecheap hosting page, and I have been using this Namecheap for 3 years now and not faced any issue till date. All my websites which we have created for our tutorial purpose or anything, every websites, all my websites are hosting on this Namecheap only. I recommend you to use this same, as it is very easy to use and configure, and also cheaper than other providers. You can check other providers price and you will definitely see that this Namecheap hosting provider is very much cheap. There are three plans here. You can see that I personally use this Stellar Business Plan as it suits my requirements. But if you are starting out, I recommend you to use you can purchase this Stellar Plus plan. It is more than enough for most use cases. It comes with an unmetered SSD, auto backup, and unlimited websites. Auto backup saves you from unnecessary hassles, and unlimited websites are also a great offering. It also gives you a SSL protection, which makes your website doesn't show up as potential threat to any user, and also gives you a domain name for free. There are some more benefits like unlimited bandwidth, privacy protection, etc., that you get with all Namecheap hosting. So you can, if you will purchase any of this hosting, you will get that privacy protection and all. So here you can see that you have an option of selecting a data center. So you must select your data center near your country, and here on this top right corner, here you can see that all the price are in dollar. If you want to change the currency, here you can select this USD, and here you can change it. So let me change it to Indian rupee as I am from India. Then let's select the Stellar Plus plan. Now it takes you to let me click on this get started. After that, when you will select this Stellar Plus plan, now here you can see that it is asking you about the domain name. This is a free domain name you will get, so enter any domain name you wish to purchase in this box below, and then select the domain name and click to connect to hosting. So here if you have an existing domain name, then also you can click on this existing domain name. So after that, here if you will type a domain name, let me type a demo domain name. Let me do one thing. I will do these CMS guys. So here you can see that all these domain names are of free of cost. This, and after that, when here you have to click this connect to hosting. After clicking on this connect to hosting, here you can, and then click on this add to cart. So here you can see that when we have done this add to cart option, here we have this domain 1 year subscription, the price become zero. And then domain privacy, we are getting 1 year subscription, and domain registration, if you want to increase, then also you can increase your domain registration, and if you want, you can enable the this auto renew feature. And now let us confirm our order. After verifying the domain, you can click on this confirm order to confirm this. And when you will click on this confirm order, so now on the next page, here you can see that it is asking you about this login credentials. If you don't have any account, then you can create an account, and if you have account, then you can log in it from here. So I already have an account, so I will use that here. So let's sign in now. So let me enter my username and password. After entering the username and password, let me click on this sign in and continue. And then here you can see that it is asking about this payment method. So here you can use any of this payment method. Here you can use this card details, or if you want to use this PayPal or anything, so you can choose any of this payment method you like, and you can continue confirm your order. Once more you have to click on this continue, and then after that you have to click on this pay now to confirm the order. Once the payment is completed, you will be redirected to the dashboard. So let me show you the dashboard. So you will be redirected to this dashboard, and where you can manage your domain and hosting from here. So here, and as we have got the hosting and domain, so our next step is to set up the WordPress. So from this dashboard, you can click on this. Here you can see, when you will hover over this, you can get this go to C panel. So from here you can it will be redirect. you to the cPanel. After then click on we have to install the WordPress. So first now to install WordPress we have to scroll down to bottom, and or you can also getting this search option. Here you can search for WordPress, and then here you can see that WordPress manager by Softaculous. We have to use this one. You can click on this, and here you have to choose the domain name where you have to where you want to install. So for that let me first of all let me install the WordPress on my domain name. So for it, what I will do, we have to filling the WordPress details and all. First of all, click on this install, and then here we have to search for. So here you can see that this is my domain name where I want to install. So here I have selected this the cmsguys.in, and then here we have to fill our site name and then site description. So site name is basically our site title. So here I will give it the name the cms. Let me give it cms guys. After that here in this description I will be give our company tagline, which is spreading the knowledge. So let me give it. Then we have to choose the username and password. Then we have to choose this. So let me give it a username. So here I will give it the same as guys, and you can use random password, or you can give any password also, or you can use any of this password, or you can also use random password generator to generate passwords for you. After that here we have to fill this admin email address. So here I will going to give my email address. So let me give it. And then here you can skip the theme installation. Here you can no need to select. We will select our own theme, and finally here we have to click on this install button. So our WordPress, you can find that within a few minutes our WordPress installed successfully. So let's wait for it. Then we will get one message for our WordPress. And so here you can see that congratulations message is here, and then the here you can see that the software was installed successfully. So now we will start creating and customizing our website. For that we need to go to the dashboard. So here you can see this the administrative URL is basically the dashboard URL for the WordPress. So you can let me open our website first. So here you can see that this is the cmsguys.in where we have installed the WordPress, and this is how it's going to look like, because it is the default theme is activated now. So if you want to go to this dashboards, and then you have to just here after your website name you have to put a slash and then wp hyphen admin, and then here you will be redirect to your dashboard login panel. And here also you can find this administrative URL, the same URL. It will be also redirect to you to the dashboard of this here dashboard of the WordPress. So here you can see that after that we have to enter this username and password which for which so here you have to enter your username and password, and then entering this you will be see this dashboard. So let me show you again. So here you can see that this is how the WordPress dashboard is going to look like. So here let me quickly give you one overview of this dashboard and what are the things you can do using the dashboard. So here you can see that we have different types of tabs here with the name of post, media, pages, comments, appearance, plugins, user, tools. So these are different tabs present on this dashboard. So you can create pages, whatever pages you want to create, like home, contact page, different types of pages you can create using this dashboard only. And then here you can change your theme of your website, and then you can install plugin to your website. And if you want to create blog posts, so here using this post you can create blog post. So let me quickly give you an overview of what are the things present here. So first of all let's start with the post. So here in this post you will find this default hello world post present. So you can, first of all, let us delete this hello world post. Click on this trash option, and then here you will find this on trash we have this hello world post. Click on that, and here you can click on empty trash to delete that post. So you can create a blog post for your website with different categories and different tags. So you here, as you can see, that we are going to create this blogging website. So here this is the most important thing we have to use to create our post for our blogging website. So here we can create different categories of blog post, and with we can give them different tags. So then we have this media section. So in this media section, all the images which we are going to use, everything will be present on this media section only. Here you can see that these are the file formats that media library supports, like images, audio, video, documents, spreadsheet. You can upload these file formats. After that we have these pages. So here if you will find that you can see that we have these two pre created these pages, because we don't need this page with the name of this privacy policy and then sample page. So let us delete these pages. So select all the pages from here, and then under bulk action you have to click on move to trash, and then click on apply. After that, let us go to this trash option, and here you can click on empty trash to delete it. So as you can see that this is our home page of our website. So let us first create this, how it's going to look like. So what we have to do, first of all, click on these pages, and then here I will go to give it a name home, and then I will publish it. So in this way you can create pages for your website, and later on I will tell you how you can customize them and all. So now let us move for next. So here we don't have any comments now, but if you have any comment on your post, then you can here make them like pending or approve them, or you can make the spam to those comments, and then you can also move to trash to the comments also. Now let us go to the next. In this appearance, here you can see that we have these three installed themes here, but I must recommend you to use only a single theme on your website, so that whatever it has, it will create it will take less space on your site. So first of all, let me tell you how to delete these themes. So here let us first start with this 2020 theme. Click on this theme details, and then here you will find this delete option. Click on that, and then OK to confirm the delete. So in this way you can delete the theme. And if you want to change the theme, you can click on this activate button, and you will find this 2019 theme is activated. Let me open this site on a new tab and show you. So here you can see that the entire site has changed. The color is previously, let me again activate this 2021 theme, and when I will refresh it, here you can see that the color has changed. So in this way you can create different you can install different themes on your website. So let us again delete this 2019 theme also. Click on this theme details, and then delete, and then OK to delete it. After that we have this plugin. So if you are if you go to this plugin section, then you must find that there are more number of plugins than I have. So here I have two pre-installed plugin, but you can get more than two number of plugins installed there. So what you have to do, you have to select all the plugins from here, and then first of all make sure that not a single plugin is activate. If it is activate, then first of all you have to deactivate that plugin, and then you have to select all the plugins, and under bulk action you have to select this delete option, and click on this apply button to confirm the delete, and all the plugin will delete in a single click. So now you can see that we have deleted all the plugins also. Now let us move to the user section, and user section is used to create different roles for your website. Suppose if you want to share credential of the dashboard with someone who want to contribute on your website, or if you hire someone who will write blog posts for your website, then it is not necessary to give them administrator access. You can create access for them using these roles like contributor, author or editor, and you can share them the credentials, and then they can log into the dashboard, and whatever they are doing the changes to your pages or they are writing some blog post, you can track them from the dashboard only. Now let me tell you how you can create. Click on this add new button, and then here you have to give them a username, email, first name, last name, website, and then you have to create this password, and then you have to select the role. After that, click on this add new user, and then that user will be created. So now let us go to this setting, and here you can see that this is the setting. So here in the site title, if you want to change the site title, you can change it, or if you want to change the tagline, like let me change the tagline to buy the CMS guys, and then when I will click on this save changes, let me refresh the page, and here you will find that the tagline has changed. So in this way you can change the tagline for your website, and then make sure you have given this administration email address correct, because whatever changes you will make, or suppose if you forgot your dashboard username or password, then you can reset them using this administration email address. That's why make sure you have given this administration email address correct. After that, we are not going to create a membership website, so no need to enable this one. And then here if you want, you can change the date format and time format also. Now let me click on save changes. Now we can directly move to this let us go to this permalink setting. So here in this permalink setting, make sure you have selected this post name, and then click on save changes. Now let us go back to the dashboard, and from this dashboard, if you don't want to see all of this like at a glance activity and all, what you can do, you can click on this screen option, and you can untick all of this thing, and now you will find that your dashboard is completely clean. So these are the basic settings you have to do before start creating the website. Now we have done all the cleanup process for the WordPress site. Now let us start creating. Before start creating our website, we have to install necessary theme and all the necessary plugins. So let us start installing the theme and plugins. So now let us start with the theme which we required and the plugins that will be required to create this website. So first of all, to install the theme, we have to click on this appearance, and then here in this appearance you will find this add new button. Click on that add new button to install the theme, and here you have to search for the theme that we will going to install. So here in this search theme, search for Ocean WP, and then when you will type Ocean WP here, you can see that this is the theme which we have to install. So click on that install button, and then let's wait for it till the installation completed. So here you can see that it is installing. So now you can see this is completely installed. So what we have to do next, we have to click on this activate to activate this theme. So now here if you will find that this Ocean WP theme is activated. So in a new tab, when I will refresh the page, so here you can see that this is how it's going to look like. The entire site design is completely changed. So now what we have to do, we have to delete this 2021 theme because we don't require this. So what I will do, I will click on this theme details, and then I will delete it. So let me delete it. So I will click on this OK to confirm the delete. So as we have installed the theme that we have to require, now let us go to the plugin section. So here first click on this plugins, and then here if you will see that there is no plugin. So the first plugin which we have to install, so here you can see that this theme recommends the following plugin, which is Ocean Extra. So let me tell you what this Ocean Extra plugins do. So when we will go to this pages, here you can see that we have already created a page with home. So let me click on edit. So here in this home you can see that we have this title bar. If I will open this page, so let me open this page here. I will open it. So here if you will see that we have this title, and then on the right side we have sidebar. So in this as you can see that we don't have any title here. So if you will install that, so let me go back to the dashboard, and here I will click on begin installing this Ocean Extra plugin. Let me install this Ocean Extra plugin. So here I have clicked on install. So let's wait, it is downloading the installation package, and now you can see the successfully install the plugin. Now let us go to the pages section, and here what I will do, if I will click on this edit, then here you can see that I am getting this Ocean WP setting. So here I can do some of the changes in this Ocean WP setting. So let me go to this title, and here I can disable the title. Now if you will see, when I will refresh the page, there is no title here. So in this way this Ocean Extra plugin helps us. So now let us go back to the plugin section and install the remaining plugins which we have to install. So first of all I will click on this add new, and here let me quickly search for Ocean. So once you will find, after typing this Ocean, here we have to install this Ocean social sharing. Click on that, and then Ocean stick anything, this one, click on these two. So these are the two, after the Ocean Extra plugin, these are the two plugins which required to install. So now you can see that Ocean social sharing and Ocean stick anything, both the plugin have installed. So now one more plugin which we required is that WP Forms. So search for WP Forms. WP Forms helps us to create our contact us page. So that's why here we will click on this WP Forms install now, and then let's wait for it till this installation completed. So once these plugins will install, we will activate them in a single click. Now you can see that this WP form is also installed. So now let me go to this install plugin section, and then what I will do, I will select all the plugin as I have already installed earlier this Ocean Extra. I will untick this one, and then under bulk action I will select this activate, and then click on apply button to activate these plugins. So now you will find that all the plugins activated in a single click. So with this we have installed all the necessary plugins and the theme which we required. So if you will go to the dashboard, and you will find these more options came here. So what you can do, under screen action, again you can untick this thing, and your dashboard will be look clean. So after that, let us do the Ocean WP setting. So here you can see that after installing the Ocean WP theme, it is the setup wizard, it is coming for the Ocean WP theme. Let us run the setup wizard for the Ocean WP. So after that, here you can see that it is the setup, welcome to the welcome message is here. Now let us click on get started, and then here we are not going to import any of this theme from here. So I am going to click on this skip the step now. After that, here it is asking us to select the logo and site title, tagline. We can change the tagline, site title from here also. So what I will do, I will add only a site icon. So let me quickly upload our logo from here. So I will click on this select. Now from here in this blogging one folder, I will select our logo, and then click on choose image. After that, we can change this primary color, border color, everything from another place also. I will tell you from which. Now click on continue, and then here click here to view your site. So once we have changed the site icon, let me refresh the page and show you. So here you can see that here our site icon has already changed. So after that, let us hover over this setting, and then you can click on this reading. As you can see that in our main page all the blocks are showing. So what we have to do, we have to make your home page display a static page, and here the post page will be this home. After that, let us click on save changes. Now whenever I will refresh the page, here you can see that we have to create the blog post. So let us start creating the post like these. Let me tell you how you can create posts and how you can create categories to them also. Let us start creating the post. So what I will do, let me first open a blog post here, and we are going to create this blog post. So for this, again let us go back to the dashboard. and here click on this post, and here you have to click on this add new to create a new post. So first of all, here you can see that this is the image which we have to upload. Before that, let me copy this text from here, and the title I will paste the text. After that, here if you will see that we can add these texts over our page. So let me copy these text from here, and then I will paste it. So if you want to change any of this, suppose if you want to make any of this letter or any of the paragraph or sentence to bold, you can do that. Or if you want to add this quotes like this, you can add quotes. And you can also change the heading, like here you can say that it is H3, you can make it H4, H5 or H2. It's completely depend upon you. You can customize all of these things, like if you want to change this text, you can do. So after that, on the right side, here you have to click on this post, and here you can create categories. So let us create category for this. So for what I will do, you can create different categories from here. So I will click on this add new category, and here I will give it a category of holidays, and then let me click on enter. So you can see that here if you will find it is in holidays category. So you can create category like this. And then here if you will scroll down, here you can see that we have a tag of food. So here also you can create different tags under this. Here you can give a name of these tags. So here by clicking on this, you can create different tags for your post. So as you can see that I have given this tag as a food to this post, and then let me select a featured image. So again I will go to this upload file, and let me upload all these 4 images here except the logo. So here I will choose this image and then set featured image. This is how you have to create a blog post. Let me publish the page, and then if you will view the post in a new tab, so this is how it's going to look like. As you can see that we have the same, here we have the holiday, and then here if you will scroll down, here you can see that we have this tag of food. So this is how you have to do all of these things, like tags of food and all. So now let us go back to the dashboard again. So here I will click on this WordPress logo to go back to the dashboard. So as you can see that here we have a many number of posts. So for this, first of all we have to create a blog post. So let me quickly create number of blog posts here, and then I will continue this. So now if you will see that I have added the blog post. So after adding the blog post, let us refresh our page, and here you can see that I am getting a number of posts appear over here. So as I have already appeared the post, now let us customize these things, like this right sidebar. So for this, hover over this appearance, and you have to click on widgets. After the widgets, here you can see that we have this default sidebar. So we have to customize this one. So let us first delete everything whatever present on this default sidebar. So everything I will delete, and then if you will see that first of all we have this about me. So here you can see that available widgets. Here first one is the about me, add it to the default sidebar, and then here you have to upload the image. Let me select the image, and then here the title will be about me, and then if you want to give any name, suppose let me change the name here, and then whatever description you want to give, you can give it. And then social style will be leave it as color, and whatever the social link you want to give, like Facebook, and if you want to give this as a Instagram, and then if you want to give a Twitter and YouTube, let me search for Twitter, and then let me give it suppose if you want to give it for YouTube also, so let me find here for YouTube. So this is the way how you can give the links to it. So let me give it a LinkedIn, and then I will click on save. After that, after adding these about me, let us see what next we have. So next you can see that we have this recent post. So what I will do, I will search here for recent post. So let me find here recent post. So here you can see that this one, there is one recent post here, but we are not going to use this one. So we are going to use another recent post. So let me find it with the arrow mark. So if you will find this, here it is. So let me add to this to the default sidebar, and the number will be 3 and all. So I will left it as and post type, and then if you want to set the order by or anything, you can set it. Then here you can see that we have to add this newsletter. So for this newsletter, what I will do, again I have to go here, and here you can see, if you will find this Mailchimp one, add it to the default sidebar, and then here whatever text you want to write, and then here you can make it. Let me save, and then after that, here you can see that we have a calendar here. So you can get this calendar and add it to the default sidebar. So we have customized this one. So in this calendar, let us see how our sidebar is going to look like. So if you will see, this is how your sidebar is going to look like. So now let us click on this customize and customize our header, and let us add the menus and all. So first of all, let us first add the menus. So here you can see that we have this menu option. Click on it and then click on create menu, and then here I will give the menu name main menu, and then let me select the position of your main, and then click on next. So now here we have to add item. So what I will do, I will add item. So here let me add this page home, or you can add this post page home, and then you can go to this categories, and here you can add this holiday, food and lifestyle categories. After that, one more page we have to add, that is here you can see that we have this contact page. So we will create that contact page later on. So here we have added these menus here. So after the menu, let us go to this home page setting, or you can go to this top bar, because we don't need this top bar. So disable the top bar. After disabling the top bar, let us go back, and here you will find this header. Go to that, and here general, you have to select the style to top menu and publish it. So once you publish it, so now let us go to some general styling. So for this general styling, what we have to do, you can go to this general option, and then here general styling is there. So here we have to change this primary color and all. So let us first change the primary color. So the primary color will be FE5252, and then for the secondary color, what I will do, over primary color I will give it FE3838. So now you can see that it is looking good. So after that, if you want to change this main border color or background color, you can change it. So I don't want to change. So if you will scroll down little bit, so here you can see this hover color. So let us change this color hover for the link color FE5252. So this one is looking good. So when we are now hovering over our menu, you can see that we are getting that color. So now let me publish it. After that, if you want to change the typography, so let me tell you how you can change the typography. So here after the general option, you can see a typography option. So here go to the typography, and then here select this all heading and give it a font family indie flower, and then let us give this line height to 1.4. Now it's looking good. Let me publish it. After that, if you will go to this widget, if you want to change this typography for widget heading, so we can also do that one. So for that, let us go back, and here you can see that we have first of all widgets. So let us first make the font family of widgets to Poppins. So after that, we can increase the size of it. So let us first increase it to 14 pixel. I think 14 is looking good. And then here if you want to change the sidebar widget heading, you can get this sidebar widget heading and make it 18 pixel. 18 pixel will be looks good. So after that, let us publish it. After publishing it, so what we have to do now, we have to go to this blog post page. So let us go back to blog post page. Like here you can see that we have this blog setting. Then in blog entry page, if you want to change this blog style, let us change the blog style to thumbnail. I think thumbnail will be looks good. So here you can see that we have got this thumbnail like structure, and then here let me publish it. After that, here if you will go to this general option, in general styling we have this background color. So if let me if I will give it a background color, like let me give it some background color of F1 F1 F1. And then what I will do, I have given this complete background color. And then if I will go back and here if I will go to this blog page and blog entries, so here also I am getting this let me find this, is there any setting for background color? I think there is no setting, so let me go back to the general option again. In general styling I will remove that one, make it default. So after that, here let us go back to this blog setting again, and here in this blog entry, if you want to change the vertical position of it, like bottom or center or anything, or image position right side, if you want to keep the image, you can change all of these things like this. So I don't want anything. If I will scroll down here, you can change the blog pagination style. So these according to you can change all of these things. So after that, let us go back from here. So we have customized all these things. So let us first add our logo also. So for our logo, again go to this header, and here you will find this logo. Let us select our logo. So this one will be our logo. Skip the cropping, and then for the logo I will give it 150, or I will make it let me make it 130. I think 130 is also looking good. So after that, here if you can see, we have here in our website we don't have any search option, and we have these social icons. So what I will do here, I will go to this menu, and here you can search icon style, you can disable that search icon style. And then after disabling the search icon style, now what we have to do, let us go back, and then here you will find this social menu. So let us now add the social menus here. So first of all, for adding the social menu, you have to enable the social menu, and then here you will get the social link style. Here you make sure you have selected this dark, and then social here you can make it same window, and then font size, let me give it 12, and then margin you can give it 4 right and 4 left, and whatever social link you want to give it. First of all, let me give a border radius of 50%, and then suppose I want to give it a social link of Twitter, Facebook, and then whatever, suppose let me scroll down, Instagram and LinkedIn. So in this way you can add these suppose, or many things like YouTube, or whatever you want to give, like suppose let me give it a TikTok, and then if I want to give it YouTube, this one. So in this way you can add it. So let me increase the size to, so it will be good of if I will make it 14 pixel, and then if you want you can also change this border radius to 25%. Let's see, so let's make it first 50% only. Then go back, and then in this typography, if you will see this social icons, let us find here. So I think we don't have any option to change this as social icons. So what I will do, I will go here and select the style as simple, and then let me increase it the size little bit. I think 16 will be looks good. Now if you will compare this image, and then this image is looking little bit bigger. So for that one you have to go to this custom CSS, and you will get this CSS code also. You have to add this CSS code, and then the image size also reduce. So after that, so we have done everything. So now what we have to do, let us start make our another page, which is contact page. So for that, again I will go back to the dashboard. Now to create contact page, what I have to do, again go to this pages section, click here, and then here we have to create a new page. So I will click on this add new, and let me type here contact, and then here I will add a WP form. So you can click on this add blocks, and here you will find, if you will search for WP forms, here you will get this find, and then here we have to create a form. So let us quickly create a form, and then we will come back to the contact page. So first of all, go to this WP forms, and then here forms overview, click on this add new, and then here you have to click on this simple contact form, because we are going to create a simple contact form. So now let me quickly create this first name last name. So here you can see that we have this same first name last name email. So what you can do, you can go here in this advanced option. If you want to hide this first or last, you can click on this hide sub labels, and then you can now see that these sub labels have gone. So now let me save this, and then let us go back to the pages again. Now in this pages I will click on this edit, and here I will add this contact form. Now let us update, and let's see how this page is going to look like. So now here you can see we have to again customize this. So for this, again we have to go back to the, let me go back to the dashboard again. Here in this WP forms I will click on edit with this simple form, and then here in this advanced message I will make it let me make it medium, and then I will go to this advanced setting, and here I will make them large, so that everything will be looks full. Now let me save, and let us refresh the page. So here you can see that we have got this name, email, and then this comment or message option in our contact page. After that, one more thing we have to do, let us go back, and here in a new tab I will go to this customize option. So here in this customize option, let us go to this customize option. So here we can go to this typography, or let us go back to this typography, and here you can see that we have this breadcrumbs option. So here you can give it a name of breadcrumbs, or here if you will see this page title, make the font family to Poppins. Now you can see that the page title has been changed. So if you will see here, we have this page title of different text, that's why I have made the page title like default. Now we have done with our header and all. So now let us add the contact us page here also. So what I will do, again I will go to this customize option. So now without going to the customize option, let me tell you another option how you can add this. So from the dashboard also you can add, hover over this appearance, and here you will get this menu option. Click on that menu option, and then here you have to add this contact page at the end. Now save the menu. Now if you will view your page, then you will find this contact page. So now let us go to the footer, and then let us edit the footer one. So for this footer, if you will see that we have to create menu for our footer also. So for this how we can create a menu for our footer, let us quickly create a first menu for our footer. So first of all, we can also create a default footer for us. So for that, let us go to this plugins, and I will create and I will install a new plugin which is a Elementor page builder. Let me search here for Elementor, and then now here you can see that so if you will, when you will search for Elementor, here Elementor website builder by elementor.com, this one is the plugin which we have to install. So let us install this one, and then we have to create footer for our site using this website builder. So what I will do, I will activate this one, and then I will go hover over, I will go to this theme panel, and let me allow and continue this theme panel. So here let it be activating. After the theme panel activated, here you can see that these are the options you are getting. So go to this my library, and here you have to create a new library. I will give it a name footer, and then let me publish it. So I will click on here edit with Elementor, and now you will see that our Elementor page builder is loaded. So let us quickly create here for our footer. So what I will do, I will first take a 2 section here, and then I will go to this layout and make it a stretch section first, and then here in this setting, let us in background type, let us give a black background color. So after giving this black background color, what I will do, I will make one column width percentage to 20 percentage or 20 percentage is looking fine. After that, what I will do, let us first add one more logo to here. So for that logo, first of all I have to upload that logo. So what I will do, I will go here and I will drag this image, and let me first upload a white logo for us. So now you can see that I have uploaded this white logo. I will click on insert media. So I have got my white logo. After that, after adding this white logo, now let us add the menus on the right side. So here I will search for menu. So here you can see that we have one option of this custom menu. Let us add it here, and then I will go to this column setting, and vertical alignment I will set it to middle. After this custom menu, we have this title, no need, and select menu. Let us select this main menu, and then hover style, it will be hover, and then position I will make it right, and then target, whatever target if you want to give it, you can give. So menu color, menu link hover color, so let me change it. So menu link color, I will give it a white color, so HFFF 6 times F, and then menu link hover color, let me change the color code to FE5252. Now you can see that when we are hovering over it, the menu color is changing. After that, here font size, if you want to change it, you can change. I will make the text transform to uppercase, so all the text will be look uppercase. Now we have got these one. So one more thing is left, is that we have to add this copyright text. So for this copyright text, let us again take a single section, and then what I will do, I will make it stretch section, and then I will go to the style, background type I will select classic and make it black color, and then here go to this widget section and drag one heading here. In this heading, change the title of this copyright, this CMS guys and all, and then go to the style option and change the color to, let us change the color to white color. After that, here in this content one, I will go and make the alignment center, style, go to this typography and make it default font family, and then size I will give it 12, and then weight leave it as 16 and all. So with this, let us publish the page. Now what I will do, I will click here on exit to dashboard, and here in this OSINT WP setting, I will make it full width, I will disable the padding, and then title I will disable, and let me update it. So now what I will do, I will click here on customize option, and here if you will scroll down, here you will find this footer widgets. Go to that footer widgets, and here visibility show on all devices, it is enabled. So you can select a template. So let me select this template of this footer, and now you can see that it is showing it. And then here we have this background color and all in this. So let us enable after this footer widgets, we can go to this footer bottom, and we can disable the footer bottom because we don't need that footer bottom. And then in this footer widgets only, fixed footer you can make it on, and then parallax footer effect, if you want to this parallax effect you can add it. I don't need this, so what I will do, I will scroll down, and then let us remove these columns because we don't need. So I will make it one column. And then container, if you want to add container you can add. I will make the padding completely 0 because I don't need any padding because I have already added. So and then let me publish it. So if you will see, now we have completed with the blogging website. So thank you so much, and don't forget to leave a like, and if you really love our tutorial, then don't forget to subscribe our channel, and make sure if you have any doubt, then you can leave a comment down below. We will definitely love to answer your queries. Thank you so much.